Hey guys, welcome back to Cumberlachia, and if you notice, we're not in the kitchen. Today I thought I'd bring you guys outside, and we're actually going to go back to the garden. I need to plant some of my onion sets I ordered, and this is the first year I've tried this. I'm going to do a fall garden, and I'm going to plant the onions and let them overwinter, and we'll see what we come up with in the spring. So I've already been into town, dropped off eggs at the local restaurant that buys them from us. Went out to Tractor Supply, got some things and got some straw, cleaned up the duck pen a little bit, and all the chickens are out running around. I'm sure every so often you might be able to hear them crowing in the background. We got 11 roosters back there in all the different pens. So let's head back to the garden and get some onions planted. Okay guys, so we're out here in the corner of the garden. Got my tomatoes. Tomatoes are just about, the entire garden's just about done for the summer. So like I said, up there on the porch, I wanted to do something this fall. This bed had this cabbage and the Swiss chard in it this early spring, and it really did great. Once I took it out, I did not put anything else in here. I actually took it out, covered in rabbit droppings, because we have clover and cash right over there to your left. And I filled this with rabbit droppings. Most of it looks like it's already dissolved down in and broke down. I do see a few little droppings here and there. And I'm telling you, I go through here and I find all kinds of worms, which is what we want. But I'm going to just go through and use this board and just make about a 1/2 inch to a 2-inch trench along here, a couple rows, to put the onions in. Now I decided to do a fall garden this year. Last year I didn't do one, and this year the garden didn't do as good as I wanted. And I was kind of let down since the year before it got smashed by the tree. And if you can see a little bit, some tree did come down. All of this back here though is going to be cleared out, and the garden's going to actually go over this way on the other side of this pokeberry plant. I got pokeberries coming through here. My mama used to make a poke salad, and I haven't done that yet because I'm still kind of cautious, because they can be poisonous if you're not doing it right. So I haven't tried that yet. But this year I decided, like I said, I'm going to do onions, and I do have some pink-eye purple hull peas back here. I've been letting them go to seed, so I have them for next year, and I've just been collecting them. And these are going to be my seeds for in the spring. And beside you guys here on your right, the long bed in the middle, I did just plant a bunch of these along there, so I'd have a nice fall crop. Hopefully I can dry them, either dry them or can them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet this year. So I just bought some seed, or some onion sets, bulbs, and they just got to me, and they are actually already starting to grow. So I want to get them in the ground, get them all out here. They look great. I don't see any of them rotted, but like I said, I'm going to plant them about 2.5, well, yeah, about 2 inches deep here, and I'm just going to lay them out about maybe 4 inches apart. And I didn't look on the package to see what I ordered, how many are in here. This one's a little soft, so we're not going to use him. I just like to go through and just feel them a little bit, make sure that they're viable, because I don't want to waste a spot where I could have onion growing and one's not going to grow. Some of these are nice, I already have the tops on them. And it smells nice and oniony. So let me get these in the ground. I'll be back with you. Alright, so I've got 3 rows going here. I didn't even count them. Had been perfect times, just go through and count them at the same time. I do have extras here, and I'm going to put them in the bed along here. Well, actually on the other side of the purple hulled peas, where I've got my walking onions that I got from Charlotte. They're doing great. Ooh, they're about 2 foot tall over there, starting to fall over. So I'm going to take these out here and put them back in the bag there. But I'm going to put the rest of those, and these are bad, I'm going to put the rest of those over there where I have my peppers right now. I'm going to plant them amongst the peppers. I have some garlic over on the left that she sent me, Egyptian, I think it's Egyptian garlic. Is it Egyptian garlic or Egyptian walking? You know what, I'm so confused. I'll put it down below. But I got my walking onions over there, and I got some garlic that she told me just to leave in the ground this summer until I used it, and I didn't even use but one clove of it. So I'm going to put these onions over there, and I'm thinking where I take my tomatoes out over here, I think that's going to be my garlic bread this fall, which those tomato plants are going to probably come out this weekend because they really need to come out. But now I'm just going to bring the dirt up over. I don't want them sticking out. I want them about, like I said, 1.5 inches, 2 inches. I do want a little bit out at the top. And then I'm going to water this down real good. And sorry, sometimes I can't talk while I'm working. Water down real good and try just water it when it doesn't rain for like a week. I don't want to have them too wet. So if I see it hasn't rained for a week or so, I'm going to come in here and just water them. And then probably next week, I'm going to, once they start getting set pretty good, I'm going to cover it in a nice, here's an onion I left out. Well, here's a nice little spot. We'll put him right there. I'm going to mulch it real good with some straw, put it to bed for the winter, and then next spring, we should have some good onions. So let me get these covered, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so everybody looks like they're tucked in pretty good. Some of you might be saying, Greg, you got a couple of them too close. I want them a little close because in the spring I'm going to come in here and pull out a few as they're starting to grow and start using them and making room for the ones beside them to get a little bit bigger and give me some big bulbs that we can dry out and save. And it looks like everybody's covered good. Now, you've probably seen this over here to my left. If you've watched my channel, you've seen me use that before. It's just a frame that I put over top of this. It's got some bug cloth on it. Helps keep the bugs out. Mainly I use it for the cabbage, to keep the cabbage bugs out. But I'm going to put it over top of this, just make sure we don't get any little critters coming in from the woods over here. And digging up my onions. If I do see they are, I'll probably cover with a frame with some hardware cloth on it, just to keep them out until I get them covered real good and they're really well established. So this is just going to be my first attempt at a fall garden and growing the onions. Believe me, I do not know exactly what I'm doing here. I've watched a lot of videos. I've talked to a lot of people. If you guys have some good ideas for me, please leave them down below. Leave me a comment. Tell me how you guys are doing your onions in the fall, or if you wait till the spring to do them. I just didn't want to let these beds go to waste. I'm looking at little worms crawling around through here. I love this. That rabbit manure is doing great for my garden. But I didn't want to let these just sit and not use after I take out the plants. So I thought I'd do some onions here, some garlic over there, and some pink-eyed, purple-hulled peas down the middle. So y'all, I appreciate you being with me. We'll get back in the kitchen and do some recipes. I hope you're enjoying Mom's cooking recipes. I've got a few planned for later on this weekend that I'm going to do, and we'll get those put out to you. But for now, I'm just going to run get the water hose and get these all wet down and get them going for the day. Y'all take care, and thank you for joining me. So y'all take care. God bless. Until next time, y'all take care. Bye-bye.